Hi there. Welcome to today's short demo on a bit of shoulder opening. So I often hear from people that their shoulders are very tight. Now our shoulders are a really shallow joint. So oftentimes what is in fact tight are the ligaments and tendons that make up the rotator cuff, the trapezius muscles, the pectoralis minor, and our deltoids. So I'm going to walk you through just a few stretches in those areas. And you can start with gentle neck rolls, drawing right ear to right shoulder, dropping the chin through the chest and bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Maybe 2 times to each side, holding the ear to the shoulder for a few breaths, and allowing the shoulders to draw down the back. From here, releasing your chin to your chest, allow the head to hang heavy and simply draw the arms up overhead. Interlacing your fingers, draw the palms upward. Press the pinky side of your hand back and feel that stretch right where the armpit and chest come to meet. Beautiful. Gently release. Draw one arm across your body, assisting with the opposite hand. And you've seen this stretch oftentimes, but what we want to be mindful of is allowing the shoulder to drop down away from the chin. Sometimes we come up here. Allow that shoulder to drop down. It will actually bring the stretch deeper. Maybe even bend the elbow around the back of the neck, and you'll feel that come across the posterior deltoid or the back of the upper shoulder. Releasing and switching sides after about 3 to 5 breaths. Taking the hands behind the back, I'll turn so that you can see what's happening in my hands. You'll draw the knuckles down the back, and maybe, if it feels comfortable for you, start to press the pinky side of your hand up and back. Now you certainly don't need a lot of range of motion to feel this in the anterior deltoid, the front of your shoulder, the pectoralis minor, where armpit and chest meet, and across your bicep. From there, we're going to come into an eagle wrap. You're going to lift your arms up and start by taking your left arm under and your right arm over and simply hugging around the shoulders. Now this might feel great for you right here, and if so, please feel free to stay here. If you would like to take it a bit deeper, you're going to wrap the elbows and start to wrap the forearms together. Now you might be able to just grab thumbs. Maybe you have an extra piece of fabric or a towel, you can grab that. You just want to be able to connect somewhere with your elbows stacked. Draw the fingertips upward toward the ceiling, Allow your shoulder blades to draw down your back and press the forearms away from the face. You will feel this from the tips of your shoulders, the tips of your shoulders just behind the ears. So right over the trapezius muscles in the shoulders. You'll release after 3 to 5 breaths, draw the arms up, and simply switch sides. So again, starting with a hug. If the hug feels right and the twisting is not going to happen today, simply press the elbows forward and upward, and you'll feel that nice stretch across the shoulder blades and a bit across the traps. Otherwise, twist, finding that eagle wrap, and always descending the shoulder blades down as the fingertips rise up. 2 more deeper stretches coming. We're going to lie down on the floor, and you might want to have a pillow handy. So I have my little breathe pillow here. It reminds me every now and then that that's what I need to do. You're going to lie down on the floor, and a very gentle shoulder stretch is to tense your fingertips, allowing your elbows to stack over your wrists. Gently roll the fronts of the shoulders off of the floor, dropping one shoulder as you twist and look over the opposite shoulder. Draw through center and take that in the other direction. maybe once more each side. Again, feeling that right where the armpit and the chest meet, as well as over the front of the shoulder. Next, tent your fingertips and slide the opposite hand through with the palm facing the wall behind you. Lying down square over the shoulder, trying not to roll to the shoulder or we won't get much stretch. You may not come down very far, but wherever you are, maybe make a fist and rest your forehead on it. You'll feel a pinching across the armpit chest and a stretching across the back of the shoulder. If you want this stretch to come deeper, the opposite hand can cross over like an X and you can lay the weight of the upper body down. If you would like to come still deeper, curling the toes under and starting to use that pressure to walk forward and rest your forehead on the mat, hooking the chin over the shoulders. Wherever you feel the most sensation in this series of stretches is where you stay for about 3 to 5 breaths. Always working the opposite side. Stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3. I would say that stage 3 comes with quite a bit of practice through stages 1 and 2. Following that stretch, you're going to lie down having a pillow to the side of your body that you're stretching. So in my case, I'm going to be stretching my right side. I'll take the pillow to my right side just above my shoulder. I'm going to extend the right arm out and use my left hand beside me to roll over onto my right hip. This is where the pillow comes in. I just slide it right under my ear to support the neck. Now, where you will feel a stretch here is exactly the opposite of where you felt it last time. You felt compression through the pec minor, the armpit chest. Now you're stretching that open. If you want this stretch to come deeper, the top leg can step behind you, and that brings a bit more weight into the stretch. Next stage, the opposite leg comes up as well. So the hips now begin to square. And still the next stage is that the loose arm, in my case my left arm, draws to my right arm. I interlace the hands and I draw the knuckles back. And I slowly unwind that and take it to the other side. So again, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. Always breathing fully and completely. And if you find that the breath gets stuttered or a bit difficult, that's when you know it's time to back off the stretch and you've gone as far as you can and you stay at that level and breathe. So our final stretch for the shoulders will be a happy puppy pose. And take my pillow out of the way for now. I'm going to walk the hands forward, keeping my hips stacked over my knees. And I'm going to imagine that the tailbone is lifting for the place where the wall and the ceiling meet behind me. From there, I keep dropping my chest down between my shoulders, drawing maybe my forehead to the floor. After a few breaths, maybe my chin drops to the floor. After a few breaths, maybe my chest drops to the floor. Again, taking that over time with practice. If it becomes a bit much on the shoulders, bend the elbows out to the sides. And slowly begin to come all the way down onto your forearms, coming into what's called Sphinx pose with your forearms parallel and your elbows just forward of the shoulder. From there, we'll take a yin or a passive version of this pose, allowing the upper arm bones to draw up to the ears and letting the head hang heavy. Feeling that release any tension through the trapezius muscles that run along the side of the neck to the top of the shoulder. and right behind the neck, between the shoulder blades. Slowly release after 3 to 5 breaths. And your shoulders, chest, and neck should feel wide open. I really hope this helps bring a bit more balance, especially if you're someone who sits at a computer or behind the wheel or is continuously lifting things. A lot of us carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, and this practice will help you release. I wish you all the best in health and wellness. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and contact me at metimeyoga.com. There is a hyphen between the me and the time, so it's me-timeyoga.com. Wishing you all the best. Until next time, namaste.